contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, especially to Vincent. It's Vincent. Loved your speech. I think that, well, there are many things I loved about your speech, and I'm going to break it down by GLOVE. GLOVE is a technique I use to remember how to evaluate speech. It stands for gestures, language, organization, vocal variety or verbal gestures, and also enthusiasm or energy. So I think that this is a good way for me to break down speech, because as an experienced Toastmaster, as a past contest winner, I feel like you are a strong speaker. You've done everything fairly well, but I think on each of these facets you can also improve a little bit. I have some suggestions for each of these improvements, so perhaps you can take a look and judge whether these things could help adjust your some sort of improvement. So for example, for your gestures, I noticed you use good gestures. You use the word number one, and then you use, for example, when you're speaking to your mom, you use like a signal to show pulling of the ear. Now, I think that these are very powerful. I noticed your hands were very active throughout the whole speech. One thing I would have suggest is to use bigger movements. One of the things I noticed is when you did the hook, you could actually hook your own ear. Pretend that your mom was pulling your ear, because this is something that we all connect with. We have all experienced either an emotional, whether it's emotionally or actually physically, our mom's pulling our ear, and this is something we can connect together. The second thing is language, and language, I mean language and content. There are a few things about your story I really love. I love that you went through and talked about your Toastmaster experience. I think that you could also improve on that because there are many some things about language and content where you could add more details. One example is it flashes out the story when you actually add details. For example, your speech, your winning speech you made in your contest, for example, the name, the title. Also, you can add in some emotional content. So, for example, how overjoyed you were when you actually, or surprised you were when you actually found out you won. Some of these things can be helpful. The other thing also is you gave a very simple story, with chronological, where you spoke about your Toastmaster journey. I think you could have bookended with how you were before and how you were after. So what changed before and after? Organization, that's a part of organization also, where how you did your speech. On your vocal variety, I think that you could have used better vocal variety. I noticed that I felt like you spoke well in very even tone, but you should use more pauses. I noticed that there was a couple of times when you used pauses in a very dramatic way to be the best person you can be. And I think that really took our attention. Good enthusiasm, I would have preferred more energy. To summarize, I love your speech. Very enthusiastic speech. I think you loved your experience. Really welcomed us. I think we could have been a stronger message at the end, but there are a few things we can still improve on. I think that these adjustments will help you make a better speech. Thank you.